Hey guys, I went yard sailing on Saturday, and it wasn't much out there because the weather wasn't very good. But I did end up coming across this one piece. Actually, there was a couple of things at one yard sale, some antique doorknobs and whatnot, and this piece. And it's an old generator. I'm guessing military maybe. Well, it says aircraft. Generator, Atlas Aircraft Products, and I don't know what year it is. RPM's 2600, and it says puts out 350 kilowatts at 15 volts DC, and I guess it doesn't put out anything for AC because they don't have that marked off on the tag. I believe it's an old Briggs. I can't even tell you because I can't even read that tag. I believe that's what we're looking at. It has, I'm not familiar with this motor, but I'm not used to seeing this thing stick out of it. I don't know if this is like a external governor. It's probably what it is. At first I was thinking it was a gear reduction for the motor, but it's so far off to one side, I bet you it's the governor. Instead of working off the fan, they work off of some mechanical advantage over here. Anyway, it's got a glass float ball. It has a clear air cleaner. So it was $5 and I grabbed it. Why? Because so it's got the gauges. Now I know. You guys seeing that hole in there? There's all nest material inside there, and I think I saw. There you go. You can see there's acorns and all kinds of crap inside there. So I'm going to pop the covers off of it and see what it looks like. And I spun it. It doesn't sound like it has compression, but more than likely one of the valves are just stuck from sitting for so long. And here's your output. But it's one of those that if you put a jumper pack on it or a battery connected to it, if you just hit the button, it cranks itself and starts itself as a starter generator. So you don't have to wrap a rope around it. Alright, well, I'm going to go pop some covers off, see what we get, and go from there. Okay, so here's what I got. Pop those covers off. As you can see, there's plenty of nest inside there. I think probably what I'm going to go do is the brushes still move. Just seems like there's just a ton of crap inside there. And of course inside here too. So yeah, it was mice, because that's the hole they had to get in. That's the only hole inside the whole thing is that guy. And that's that size. So I'm gonna go stick the thing right outside, probably just blow it out with an air gun. We'll get all the crap off of it and see what we got. I do already see one bare wire right there. So yeah, we're chewing on it a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't look like that all underneath there, but we'll find out shortly. Alright, so I served the eviction, and it does look like that seems to be the only wire that's screwed up in there, is that one that's in the back, and it's not close to touching anything right now, so we're just going to continue forward and looking into seeing what we got. I also blew out the armature, got all the cruddies out of that, and again, like I said, it's if you put 12 volts to it backwards and you hit the start button, it'll crank itself and start itself. But as you can hear, it's got nothing for compression. So I might pop a little fluid in there or something, pull that plug and see what I get, and kind of go from there. And if we do, then we'll go into spark and all the other parts, and then we'll start chasing it and see if we can get this thing back to life and see what it does. I stuck a compression gauge in there, and there was absolutely nothing, just like I figured. And I took the screws out of the head. I haven't removed it yet. Oh, it's already loose. So we're gonna go figure it out together. Look, that valve is stuck open. What you want to make a bet? That might be your problem right there. Yeah, look, this thing's got many hours on it. The bore feels pretty good. A little crusty. Nothing, couple 1,000 RPMs can't polish back up. So I'm going to go take a wire wheel to that and tap that valve down and put a little spray underneath it and get that sucker to free up. Get it going up and down again. We'll put it back together and see if we get compression. If we get compression, and we'll look for spark. Alright, shot a little penetrating oil underneath it and tapped it up and down about 2 times with a plastic mallet, and there you go. So that should restore our compression. Plus I shot some on the jug. Let that sucker it's gonna clean itself off. I'll wipe that down and we'll put the head back on it. Yeah, try a compression test, kind of one-handed and one-elbowed. And this gauge, and there's the button. Yeah, it's like 90 pounds it went up to, 90, 100 pounds. It's good enough to run. So let me see if I can get some spark out of this thing. Alright, I had to take the carb and the gas tank and the side cover off. They come off fairly easy because they come off like a whole assembly. 2 screws, 1 hose, no big deal. In the cover, this is the kill switch. This is the button that you would hit to shut the thing down when you want, and that basically just grounds out on this stud and then grounds out the coil. The pulley's actually loose. I haven't pulled it off yet. I suspect we have points underneath here. I got another cover I got to dig into. All right, I'm going to pull that off, and I have a feeling the points are dirty because we have no spark. But let's go see. All right, the screws are off. That's easy. Let's see what we get. Let's see if they're even turning first. They might be just stuck in the open position. Oh, they close. They open and close, but they're we lost you. Now I'm not steady on my hand. They have some stalactites growing on them. So I'm going to run a file over that a little bit and pop the cover back on and give it a spin and see if spark comes back. I got myself a file set. I'm going to go in there and kind of clean them up. Sometimes I forget that everybody knows what I'm talking about. Points are like the on and off switch for the spark plug. It's got a switch that turns it on and off, and the coil is like the battery. It is what has the charge. Those are really dirty on it. You can see the file. The file is like nasty. So they need to have a nice clean surface and no oil. Oil causes them to go right to crap again. So you gotta have it like clean and dry. Well, I say we quickly pop it back together and spin it over for you guys on. Go from there. My elbow in more. Just looking for spark right now. We have to take it right back apart again, but that's generally the first thing that goes from sitting, you know. Surface corrodes and she don't go no more. Spin the nut right back on. This flywheel didn't need a puller at all, it just Did its thing. Reverse thread. And an impact gun. Why don't I see it? It's on the floor on the other gun. The other airline. So reverse is forward and forward is reverse. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean. No, I had it the right wrong way. The life of a dyslexic. We'll look together, see if we get spark. So yeah, that's what we get. If I jump up in the air, you know it got me too. It lights me up. Yeah, a little. Yes. It's kind of like doing a little something, but doesn't seem right. I'm gonna go pop that off. I'm gonna go clean them up a little bit more. Might need a condenser or something, but I'll clean it up again, and I'll hang the actual spark plug on it and see what it's doing on the spark plug, and we'll make a decision from there. Alright, so it's the next day. I did pop that flywheel back off and clean the points one more time with the points in the closed position, and that way you get a little bit of pressure on them and kind of get the scum off the surface, which I did, and now we went from nothing to we got plenty of good spark now, so I'm going to try to cut back the end of that and get a spark plug, get it right there on the end of the spark plug anyway, and see if we can dump a little fuel in it and see if it'll kick and fire and run for a second. Alright, so I stole an end off another spark plug wire and put that on there. Let's go give her a little bit of fuel. There's no carburetor on it yet, but it should run, cough, and fire and die. Not necessarily in that order. Can't reach the top of the plug. Let's try it like that. Alright, battery on. Let's go. Nothing. Smell gas. I lost spark again. Son of a bitch. Alright, let's go see what happened. Okay, so my spark issue was that guy that I just put on there. This jacket, I thought it was a nylon jacket. When I had a better, closer look at it, it looks like it's actually stainless braided to protect it. So I was grounding it out just by using that end. So, shit happens. Let's go give her another shot, put some fuel in it again, and then just try to grab the top of that plug with the wire and wrap it on it. That. Let's see if she'll go. Alright, so it'll run. Now I just need to go and get a carburetor nice and cleaned and pretty, and we'll pop that on there and we'll see what it does with that. I cleaned that carb out. I actually had to sandblast the bottom of the bowl a little bit, but I got it all cleaned out and got fuel going to it with the little external can, and I figure we'll give it a fire up and see if it runs on its own fuel and can stay running. We'll see if we can fine tune it. I don't know if I need to choke on or not. Gas is dripping from the line a little. float's overflowing. Yeah, I think it's getting too much fuel. Yeah, it's hydrolocking. One. That's 2 turns out. That wants to run. Let me go play with it a little bit and see what I can get, and I'll pop you back on. We get her to stay running. Button on it somewhere. There we go. So that works well. Clean those contacts too. No, so it's a runner. It's got power. It puts out power, and so that should work. Just got to do some fine tuning on it and see if we can get some of the finishing cobwebs out of it and seal up that wire. But it's like a good running little motor. It's kind of cool in like a rat rod. If you had that as your charging system, you just kind of hit the button and it's running before your truck's running or whatever, and no generator on the main motor. I don't know. Anyway, it's old, it works, and it's fun to play with. Hope you guys like watching, comment, subscribing. Take care. Bye-bye.